Welcome back, dears. Good morning, all of you. How are you, dears? I hope all of you fine. Yeah, this is your Sandhu ma'am going to take science class for you. Are you ready? Super, dears. Yeah, firstly, I show you image. See this. Who is he? Yeah, you don't know. Okay. He is James Watt. Okay. James Watt, inventor of steam engine. Okay, steam engine, invention of steam engine. James Watt. Okay, as usual, you have to collect more information about him. Okay, super. Then this is your brain teaser. Yes, let's play. Which way is the bus going? You want to find out the answer and send into WhatsApp group. Okay, who will send first? I will give a gift for you. Okay, once again, I say this. Which way is the bus going? You want to find the answer. Superb, dears. Before enter the class, you have to do the breathing exercise. Okay. You have to take a long breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now you pause the video and do it 10 times correctly. Okay, do it 10 times after you continue the lesson. Are you ready? Okay, dears. Okay, dears. Today we are going to discuss chapter 10 respiration in organisms. Okay, dears. How you find it? This is biotic component and this is abiotic component. How do you find it? Okay, what is biotech? Biotic components, living organisms. Living organisms are comes under the biotic components. Then abiotic means that is non-living things. Very good, super. Okay, how you differ from this? Abiotic from biotic. How do you differ? Yeah, biotic can breathe and abiotic cannot breathe. Okay, so this is the difference between biotic and abiotic. Okay, why do we respire? We means that is biotic components. Okay, why do we respire? What is respire? Yes, breathing. Okay, breathing. That is respire. Do you know how many? What are the systems in your body? Yes, respiration system, excretion system, nerve system, skeleton system. Okay, do you know what is respire? Respire. Okay, why do we respire? Without respiration, we can't live. Okay, then, yeah, for digestion is superb. Then, for our internal organs activities works. Okay, so why do we respire? All the living organisms are made up of small microscopic units. What is the name? Living organisms made up of small units. It has a name. What is that? Yes, cells. Our body is made up of cell. Am I right? Okay. These cells have different functions to perform in these organisms, such as what are the processes in our body? Is digestion, respiration, transpiration, excretions. Okay. So the cells can perform these functions only if they get the energy. Without energy, we can't do anything. Likewise, our internal organs also. So, we need respirations. Then, hence, all living organisms need food which gives them require energy. The energy present in the food gets released when the organisms respire or breathe. So every organisms get the energy from food. When the food release the energy, if you eat the food, when it release the energy, yeah, after respirations, because they need oxygen to release the energy. Okay, can you clear? Okay, dears. How food helps us in gaining energy? Just now we say food give the energy. How the food helps to energy, gaining energy? Yes, after eating, as we breathe, we take in the air that contains which air we take through the breathing. Oxygen. Which gas we released? Carbon dioxide. Okay. This oxygen, when transported to our cells, helps in breaking down the food. Okay. Which gas helps to our digestion? Which gas helps to breaking the food? Oxygen. Okay. So after the breaking down, we get the instant energy. I ask a question. Which glu no, which carbohydrate give the instant energy? Simple carbohydrates. Okay, because it don't take the time to digestion. It easily absorbed in our blood. That's why we take glucose. You know, when you feel tired, what do you want to take? Glucose. Okay, after eating glucose, we get the instant energy. How it is possible? Yes, because when you eat the glucose, it is simple carbohydrate. So it easily absorbed in our from our blood. Okay. So they don't need to take some time to digestion. So we get the instant energy. That's why we eat glucose for instant energy. Okay. Okay, dears. Every cells get the respirations. Okay. What is cellular respirations? Yes, cellular respirations can be defined as the process in which the food that we eat is broken down inside the cells, which results in the release of energy. Already we discussed about that. When you take the food, after respirations, it is digested. So it get the it release the it release certain energy. Okay. So here see this glucose is the food. So oxygen, it's break down the glucose. So we get the energy is released and we get the carbon dioxide. Okay, that's why we release the carbon dioxide. Do you know if you burn the paper, what will happen? What we get? Smoke, carbon dioxide. Yes. So after burning, carbon dioxide is released. C6H12O6, which means there is glucose. What is CO2? Yeah, that is oxygen. O means oxygen, you know well. Molecular formula of oxygen is O. So 6O2, the 6 is for balanced. Then 6CO2. CO2 means carbon dioxide plus we get the water. Okay. Then the cellular respiration is classified into two types. One is aerobic respirations, anaerobic respirations. Types of respiration is aerobic and anaerobic. What is aerobic respiration? What is that? The type of respiration in which organisms use oxygen for burning food inside the cell is called aerobic respirations. Okay, as a human being, we are all come under the which is respiration? Aerobic respirations. Why? Yes, because we take the oxygen in inhale. Okay, so it helps to burning food. That's why we are all comes under the aerobic respiration. Okay, see this, the same process. the uses of oxygen in our body. After we take the food, the oxygen break down the food or glucose. Okay, after we get the carbon dioxide, then water. This is aerobic respiration. Generally, this kind of respirations take place in the presence of oxygen. What about trees? Because they take a carbon dioxide or oxygen. Yeah, trees also comes under the aerobic respiration because during the night time the trees are take the oxygen. So the trees are comes under the aerobic respirations. Okay. Then it leads to release of high amount of energy in living organisms. Human beings and many other animals undergo aerobic respirations. Then carbon dioxide and water are also released in aerobic respiration. Okay, can you clear? Next one, anaerobic respiration. What is that anaerobic? This is opposite from aerobic. Okay, during the aerobic respirations, oxygen is thick. In anaerobic respirations, respiration in a cell in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Respiration, which means what? No need the oxygen. Okay, that is the main thing. So anaerobic reaction, see this, the food directly give the energy. That is anaerobic respirations. Glucose, ethanol plus carbon dioxide. That is for the example, fermentation. Do you know the process fermentations? Yeah, that is the anaerobic respirations. We can see the air bubbles in fermentation process. Already we discussed in the last year in microorganisms. Do you know? Yes. So through the fermentations, what is this? Cells can breathe. Okay, but they no need the oxygen. Okay. So anaerobic respirations in this type of respirations happen in the cells in the absence of oxygen. But aerobic respiration, yeah, they need oxygen. Then it results in low amount of energy. But in aerobic respiration, it release high amount of energy. Okay, that is the difference. Next one, in aerobic, humans and animals under the aerobic. In anaerobic, can you guess which organisms may comes under the anaerobic? Yes, very good. Yeast. Okay, because fermentation is yeast process. No, so yeast. Yeast and sometimes human beings undergo anaerobic respirations. Sometimes we also comes under the anaerobic respirations. Animals' muscle cells release lactic acid and yeast release ethanol. But in aerobic respirations, which gas is released? Carbon dioxide and water. But anaerobic respirations, animal cells release lactic acid and yeast release carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay, now I said sometimes humans also comes under the anaerobic respirations. How we will come under that? Yes, listen. Anaerobic respirations takes place in the muscles. Okay, human muscles. As a result of muscles also produce lactic acid along with energy. Okay, that is why we often feel cramps while we do heavy exercise. How do you feel? Yeah. In order to get relief from cramps, we can take some hot water bath or massage our muscles. This is so because hot water bath or massage improves the blood circulation in the muscles. Okay, as a result, the oxygen reaches the cells easily, which breaks on the lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Okay, that's why we, after doing the exercise, we want to do the bath. Okay. Okay, dears. How do we breathe? Yeah, through our nose. So, what are the things participate in our breathing process? Can you say? Is our nose, nose and nostrils, then lungs. Yeah, we know that only. But what are the organs participate in our respiratory system? Listen, the respiratory system of the humans have several parts. What are they? Nasal chamber, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. Okay. See this image, that is our breathing process. What happening here? Yes, we should take the oxygen inhale to the inhale and release the carbon dioxide while exhale. So breathing can be defined as the process in which organisms with the help of their respiratory organs take in the oxygen rich air present in the surroundings and release out air that contains high amount of carbon dioxide in it. Breathing occurs continuously in the organisms. There is no rest. Okay, this process is doing continuously. Firstly, inhalation. See this. This is inhalation process because we have to take the oxygen. What happen in inhalation is the process of taking the air that contains oxygen inside the body. Okay, we take the oxygens go to inside the body. Then what happen in exhalation? Yeah, we release the carbon dioxide. Okay. Do you know what is our breathing rate? How much oxygen we take and how much oxygen we release? Do you know? Listen, breathing rate can be defined as the number of times a person breathes in a minute. Okay. For the example, how many in a minute? How much time you take inhale and how much time you release exhale. A breath can be defined as the inhalation followed by an exhalation. The breathing rate is not always constant in human beings. It's different for each and everyone. Okay, we generally breathe faster when our body needs more energy. For example, while exercise. For the example, if you're doing the exercise time, you breathe more. Okay, when you do the breathing exercise, the time you take a long breath and hold after you release. So the breathing rate is not a constant one. Okay, it's differ from each and every one person. An average adult human being breathes 15 to 18 times in a minute. While exercising, the rate can change up to 25 times. Okay, that is the average rate you have to take 50 to 18 times. During the exercise time, you have to take 25 times. Okay. Okay, dears. Why do we feel hungry after doing a physical activity like walking or running? Yeah, after exercise, after running, after walking, how do you feel? Yeah, we feel hungry, no? Why we all feel like that? Yes. After a physical activity, the food that is present in our body is converted into energy. Am I right? Yeah, at the beginning we discussed about that, no? The oxygen break down the food, so the energy is released. So after exercise, our breathing rate is more. Okay, so we need lot of energy. So we feel hungry. Okay, since all the foods get consumed is generating the energy, we start feeling hungry. Hence, in order to gain more energy, we need to eat more food. Okay, the mechanism of breathing in human beings, already we discussed that. What are the parts participate in respirations? Listen, this is nasal passage, oral cavity. Oral cavity means here Next, pharynx, trachea, lungs, and also our ribs. Okay, how many pairs of ribs we have? 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, where our lungs present? Here. Okay, our right side, sorry, our right side lungs is compared with left side small because of heart. Okay, because our heart is present in our which side? Sorry, left side. Okay, our left side heart lungs is smaller than right side because of heart. Okay. So, what is the mechanism of breathing in human beings? First, we take the air present in environment through our nostrils. So, our breathing process is starting from nostrils. Okay. Then it moves through the windpipe. Then it's moved through the windpipe and reach the lungs. Okay. The lungs are located in the chest cavity which is surrounded by the ribs. Which one protect our lungs and heart? Rib cage. Okay. So it's protect our lungs. On the floor of the chest cavity lays a muscle sheet called diaphragm. See this? This is diaphragm. Okay, it's layer, thin sheet, muscle sheet, like a what is this? Thin layer. Okay. During the breathing process, the movement of the ribs and diaphragm takes place. All of you take a long breath. Yeah, how do you feel? Your ribs are come outside. Am I right? Yes. So the rib and diaphragm also participate in the breathing process. So during the breathing process, the movement of the ribs and diaphragm takes place. This is so because the lungs expand and contract during breathing. As we take in the air, it fills up the lungs. This moves the diaphragm downwards. See this? When you take the breath, the lungs muscles push the diaphragm downwards. Okay. So this moves the diaphragm downwards and the ribs are outwards. Okay, the ribs come out. The lungs when releasing out air from the body which brings back the diaphragm. So during the exhalations, the diaphragm like this. Okay, it's back to the position. And the ribs there are original positions. Okay, during the exhalations. Try this. If you find if you observe this, we can identify that. Okay, during the inhalations, the ribs are expand and our stomachs are expand. Okay, during the exhalations, our stomachs are being normal and our ribs also. Okay. Okay, dears. Why we get the what is this hiccup? Hiccup. No, sometimes we get the hiccup. How it is occur? Do you know? Yes, because of diaphragm. When you inhale, the diaphragm goes to downward. If this position is change means we get the hiccup. For the example, if you take inhale, okay, if you take oxygen, that time that diaphragm is not come to downwards means we get the hiccup. Okay, so when you get the hiccup, you just sit and do the breathing process. That is the what is the solution of hiccup. Okay, our grandparents say when you get the if you fear means the hiccup can release because of the respiration changes. Okay, because of the air changes, transpirations. Okay, but this is good. You just take breathing exercise. Okay, try and do this. So finally, process of respiration is the oxygen in the lungs is taken up by the breath. The oxygen is then transported to all parts of the body Blood gives up oxygen to the cells and takes up carbon dioxide, which is sent it back to the lungs. Okay. Okay, dears, why do we sneeze? Sometimes when you affect the cold, we do this sneeze. Am I right? Yes. Why do we sneeze? Because of dust. For example, if you go to Shah shop, okay, rice flour shop, or in a dusting area, that time we feel sneeze because of dusting. Okay, as we inhale the air present in the surroundings, sometimes various unwanted elements such as smoke and dust also include it. Okay, so we breathing through the breathing we breathe all this kind of things also dusting. So, however, they get stuck in the hair in our nostrils, but some of them can get through the nasal cavity. So, our nostril is filtered that. So, when it reached our nostril, we get the sneeze. They thus cause irritation in the nostrils cavity, which makes us sneeze. This helps in getting rid of the unwanted particles out of the nasal cavity. And, finally, the nasal cavity is filtered the dust from air. Okay. So this is the rate of inhale and exhale, which means carbon gases range. Okay. What do we breathe out? Oxygen. Inhale air contains 21% of oxygen. More oxygen thus than exhaled air. Okay. Exhaled air contain 16% of oxygen. Carbon dioxide in inhale contains 0.03% carbon dioxide and exhale contains about 4% of carbon dioxide. Okay. So we release more carbon dioxide. Contains less water vapor, contain more water vapor. This is the range. Okay, dears. Now we discussed how the other organisms respire. Okay, firstly we discussed that cockroach, how the cockroach respirate. The respiratory system of cockroach. You know what is the special of cockroach? It has exoskeleton. What is exoskeleton? Yeah, we can see the skeleton system of cockroach. But we are all endoskeleton, but cockroach have the exoskeleton. Backside of the cockroach, we can see their skeleton system, right? So many insects like cockroaches have small openings called spiracles on the sides of the body. See this is spiracles. They have an air tube like structure called trachea that allows the exchange of gases in the insects. This tube, this is trachea. The air transpirations occurred here. Okay, the air enters the body through the spiracles and diffuses in the cells via trachea. Similarly, the air from the cells and the air from the cells enters the trachea and moves out of the body through the spiracles. Okay, so cockroaches, the air entered the body through the spiracles. Okay. Next one, earthworm. How the earthworm breathing is how it is look like. Earthworm. Earthworms have a soft, slimming and moist skin. Okay. Hence the gases can easily pass in out of the earthworm through the, can you guess which? Is through the skin. Okay, because it has small holes in their body. So the muscles, the skin, the gas partially pass through the skin. Okay. See this? Oxygen enters here and carbon dioxide release here. Okay, that is the respiratory system of earthworm. Okay. Likewise, frog contains lungs too. Frog also make this process, okay, through the skin. Okay, next one, breathing underwater. Can you breathe can you live in water? No, but fish can't. Fish can. Why? How? Yes, because water has small amount of oxygen. Okay, so this is enough for enough for fish. Okay, through the gills, the breathing respiration part of fish is gills. Okay, animals that live under the water have special respiratory organs called gills. The animals which are lived underwater, that is called gills. They are comb-like structure present on the skin of these animals. We can see the fish are in the reddish color comb-like structure. No, yes, that is gills. Gills allow the exchange of gases between animals and water easily. Some animals called the amphibians can breathe on land by the lungs and through the moist skin underwater. For example, frog, toads, tortoise. Okay, so till now we discussed how the animals breathing, the respiratory system of animals. Now we discussed respiration in plants. Okay, what about plants? During the sunlight, during the daytime, how the plants breathe? Plants take carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Okay, but the plant roots take oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. We know the plants also respire. They take in carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and use it in process of photosynthesis to produce food. We know well, as a result of photosynthesis in the plants, they release out of oxygen in the environment. That's why we get the oxygen. Okay. So all the parts of the plants can independently respire. That is, they can take in the carbon dioxide and release oxygen on their own. So every parts of the plant independently respire. Okay. The leaves of the plant have stomata. You know well, it's chloroplast in stomata. The gas exchange occurred in stomata. Okay. The leaves of the we discussed in first chapter. Can you remember that? Can you remember that? Yes, first chapter. What is the work of what is the function of stomata? What is the function of chloroplast? I hope you know that. Okay. So the leaves of the plants have stomata present upon them, which are all small pore-like structures that allow gases exchange in leaves. The wood stem of the plants also respire. Already I said every parts of the plants, all parts of the plants can respire independently. Likewise, the woody stems. This is because of presence of special tissue called lenticels. Okay, the cells of the tissues have large intercellular spaces. They exit as dead cells on woody plants and roots and allow the exchange of gases. The bark of trees, yeah, that also make the do the breathing process. See this is lenticels. This is stem of plant. Okay, bark of tree. What is this? Yeah, this is stomata. The gas exchanges occurred in stomata. See this. Plants take the carbon dioxide and the small pores. Through the pores, it's reach the leaf, and the small pores, the carbon dioxide reach the all plants. Okay, all parts of the plant. This stomata is present here. Okay, then water and oxygen is released from here. Okay, carbon dioxide enters while water and oxygen exit through a leaf stomata. This is the entrance. Okay, dears, why plants can die if overwatered? If you pour more water means what will happen? It's going to die. Why? We know that roots get oxygen from the soil. Just now we see that plants take carbon dioxide and release oxygen, and the root take oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. Am I right? Yes. So we also understand that the air in the soil is present between the soil particles. That's why the some insects, worms are living under the soil because they have some small particles. Along with the air, soil also contains some water or moisture. If we overwater the plants, the spaces between the soil particles gets locked. Okay, if you pour more water means it's locked. As a result, the roots will not be able to get enough air and the plant can die. Can you clear? Listen, if you pour more water means the soil particles are filled. So, the root of plant cannot breathe. Okay. Okay, dears. Today in this chapter we discussed what are the things: respirations of animals, respirations of plant. Okay, and also you have to send the brain teaser's answer and do your book work compulsory. Somebody should not, you did not do your work, I give the internal marks for that work, so don't leave this. Okay, and your online class will be after 3 o'clock. Everyone should attend the online class. I won't check you. Okay, thank you, dears.